Hey, it's Brian Oak and Jill Riley of Oak and Riley in the Morning. We'll look at that. There we are right there, Jill.
Yeah, we're heading into the First Avenue exhibit at the Minnesota History Center right here in St. Paul.
They did a really great job. They set up the entrance to it like you're walking into First Avenue itself. These great videos that are rolling everywhere. And look at that, those calendars from so many years of First Avenue describing the wild variety of music that's played there over the years.
And before it was First Avenue, at one time was a discotheque called Uncle Sam's. And no joke, that's a replica of the floor, the light-up floor.
Like an actual discotheque.
Right.
Unbelievable. And before that, well, because it was a bus depot, they called it the Depot. So it started out with Little Rock, then got very disco-y, and then it turned into the First Avenue that we all know and love today. I think in large part due to these two people who really put it on the map by booking an incredible array of bands.
Yeah, so you got Steve McClellan, you've got Chrissy Dunlap, who was running the office. But look at this. Steve McClellan actually saved his calendar and his books where he would actually, do the bookings of the bands.
All these old classic bands, like he's crossing out a bunch of names, like, just Husker Du on a Tuesday, whatever. And there are these great artifacts from bands like The Replacements and Husker Du and Soul Asylum, and also stuff from today, too. It's not just a nostalgia tour. There's Lizzo right out front.
Yeah, Lizzo, the day that Prince passed away and the big black block party gathering was happening outside of First Avenue. Now, we mentioned the discotheque. Now, next door, 7th Street Entry, and that's where, a lot of the punk scene started.
This right here is what we both think is the center crown jewel of this. It's a reproduction, a mini reproduction of the First Avenue Mainroom stage, including that screen going up. It's about a 6-minute presentation. Make sure you catch the whole thing because on the monitor and the drums, there's different stuff. There's great people behind the scenes being interviewed. It was very informative and really, really fun.
So as we continue the tour, so we're walking up to, this was a pretty significant moment. I mean, Nirvana played at the First Avenue Mainroom.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And there's the poster. And of course, we just mentioned the day that Prince passed away. Now, obviously, there's a big part of the exhibit that's dedicated to Prince in even one of those Purple Rain suits. And I know that they have that, that's something they always have in the archives at the Minnesota History Center.
They really did a good job with this. Obviously, Prince made First Avenue known to the rest of the world. He wasn't the only one. It's not most of the exhibit.
Mountain!
Woo!
Okay, who's Mountain?
Doomtree's touring van had its own Twitter account, and so when I walked in to see this preview, I was like, is that Mountain? And they were very excited. And there are these interactive video buttons you can push so you can hear the stories from Doomtree themselves. It was just really cool, and it helped highlight how Minnesota hip-hop, like right there, Slug and Atmosphere, really helped put Minnesota hip-hop on the map, and what a great venue it's been for that over the years.
And when you go see a show, you should buy the merch, and there are some great, local bands represented from over the years, and their T-shirts. And look at that, the Conrad door.
The Conrad door, which any band, if you were a band, you had to go in through that door, and the stars on the walls. Jill and I really, really love this exhibit.